story time on YouTube. That way I don't have to keep stopping. So there have been a lot of people that have asked me, what about the 144,000 elders, right? And there's a story in the Old Testament pseudepigrapha by James Charles Worth, that talks about a race of people or a sect of people that was taken off the earth, but not to heaven, but to a place. And they have been kept and they see everything and they know everything. Hey, y'all. So I'm doing a live story time. Okay. So all the questions I probably won't be able to answer, but good afternoon. So everybody's been asking me, hey, y'all, about the 144,000. Hey, y'all. So I'm trying to do a story time, y'all. Y'all gonna make me record it. Hey, y'all. Trying to do story time. Hey, everybody. Hey. So everybody's been asking me, hey, y'all. Everybody's been asking me, hey. Yes, I'm still being shadow banned. I know. It's okay. Okay, so let me tell y'all. Okay. Oh, hey, y'all. Hey. I'm going to just wait a few minutes because I want to talk to y'all about something. This 144,000 that everybody keeps asking me about, right? So everybody keeps asking about the hunt. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. Hey, TT babies. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey. So everybody keep asking me about this 144,000, right? About these elite people. So if you guys have your books, I know y'all probably don't have them if y'all at work or whatever. Hey, y'all. Yes, I've been shadow banned for about 3 weeks now, y'all. I knew it. It's okay. It's okay. I knew it. No, I knew it. Because my views went from 40,000 to like 3,000 in a day. So I knew. But I want to talk to y'all about this 144,000, y'all. Dang. Hold on. Hey. Okay, so look. Y'all probably can't see that. Can y'all see that? So this is a history of the Rechabites, right? So this the thing. Everybody keep asking me about the 144,000, right? And I want to talk to y'all because the history of the Rechabites is I want to read this to y'all. I don't know why I can't. Okay. So it's not that I'm not listening, but them things. I want to read something to y'all real quick, okay? I want to look at y'all chats and stuff. But I also want to tell y'all this story. The history of the Rechabites, right? So I'm just going to hide the chat messages for a minute, right? So I can tell y'all about this because I'm going to keep on stopping. So the history of the Rechabites, if y'all have y'all Old Testament pseudepigrapha, we're going to start calling that the OTP. For the new people, that's what that means, Old Testament pseudepigrapha. So in the second book, it's a story called The History of the Rechabites. Now, everybody been asking me about who I think the 144,000 are. This is who I think it is. Okay? And I want to share it with y'all. So if y'all open to listen. Those of you that got your books or you have it on the PDF, you can go and read it. Right? But I think it's going to interest everybody. So when people be talking about the 144,000. Okay? The history of the Rechabites. Right? So it says there was this dude, right? And his name was Zoismus. You guys might have heard of him, right? And basically he fasted for like 40 years, y'all. And this dude basically like he asked God to take him because some people in Jerusalem basically had like just vanished, right? It was a race of people, and you can go look them up. It's the sons of Jonadab. If you go look in the Bible and just or Google the sons of Jonadab, these people come up, right? Right, which is so crazy. So, with that being said, he fasted for 40 years, y'all. He didn't eat no bread, he didn't drink no wine or nothing, right? And he didn't see no people. So he was a hermit. Like he literally didn't see no people for 40 years, right? So, like after 40 years, y'all, he was asking God, he was like, I want to know what happened to the people. Right. He was like, I want to know what happened to the people that was taken off the earth 40, like the people that I heard about that was taken off the earth 40 years ago, right? And God sent an angel to this dude, y'all. So think about it. He fasted for 40 years. He didn't eat no bread. He didn't drink no wine, and he didn't see no people. He literally was by himself for 40 years, y'all. Right? And so it says, trying to get to the part. It says, and when the Lord saw the self-humiliation, so y'all, he had to humble himself of the blessed ones, Zoismus, for the sake of the blessed ones. Then God heard his prayer and granted his request. And on one of the days while he was praying, a voice came to him, and the angel came toward him and said to him, Zoismus, O man of God, I have been sent to you from the height of heaven to guide you and to show you the way so that you may journey and see the blessed ones as you petition God. Right? So look, y'all, this dude fasted for 40 years. He didn't eat no bread. He didn't drink no wine. And then God sent an angel to him and said, I'm going to take you to where the blessed ones is, the elite, who I believe the 144,000 is, y'all. Everybody keep asking me. This is who I think they are. Okay? So y'all can go read it too for yourself. Okay? So it says that you may journey to see the blessed ones as you petition. However, do not boast in your mind thinking thus, for behold, for 40 years I have not eaten bread or wine, and I have not drunk, and the faces of men I have not seen, but only the faces of angels. So he was like, don't get big-headed because we about to take you and you about to go see and you getting ready to see these mysteries. Like, don't get to thinking highly of yourself, right? But you prayed, and God, you prayed, and so then God is going to go ahead and show you what you asked for, right? See, this is something kind of like we talked about in the live this morning and yesterday on Zoom. Don't stop praying and acting the same way you was acting when God gives you the stuff that you get after you work really hard to get it. Like, don't start acting funny, right? So basically it says, then I left the cave and traveled with the angel for 40 days. So wherever he was going on this journey with this angel, y'all, he was traveling for 40 days. Okay? It says, and I arrived at a certain place wearied and fatigued, and I collapsed from my exhaustion. Hi, y'all. So he collapsed, y'all, because he ain't ate nothing in 40 days, right? So he said, and afterwards, I prayed to God for 3 days, right? It says, look, y'all, look at this. It says, and a certain animal came and carried me. So he passed out because he was already fasting. You know what I mean? But now the angel who don't have to eat is traveling for 40 days, and you got this human and he ain't ate nothing. So when they get to wherever they going, he passes out, y'all, because he ain't ate nothing or drank nothing. So then God sends some type of animal, it does not clarify what type of animal, to come pick him up and ride under him, right? And so then they traveled for many days until they reached a great ocean. Hey, y'all. So it says, and when I saw a great sea, I was amazed at its vastness and wondered what I would do. Now look, the book of Adam and Eve talks about a sea of great vastness. The book of Enoch, I'm reading from the second book of your Old Testament Supagrapha, the history of the Rechabites. So, Enoch talks about a great vast sea. If I'm not mistaken, Ezra talks about a great vast sea. Adam and Eve talking about a great vast sea. And then here's this dude Zoisman's talking about a great mass sea, but they had to travel like a cosmic journey to get there, or like in a spaceship, maybe. I mean, they traveling with an angel, so we don't know, right? So anyway, it says he sees the same sea, which is so crazy to me. And he said, and immediately a voice came to me saying, "O man of God, never has a man proceeded further or passed beyond me. Merely this, merely perceive this and understand it." And I looked and I saw in the midst of the sea something was like a dense bulwark. So when I look up bulwark, I didn't do it for this, but it's like a wall of dirt or like a wall of something, right? Like how you see like the flowers in the walls, kind of like on Lord of the Rings, kind of like that, right? Something like that. So it's like this wall, right? In the middle of this water though, y'all. And it says it's suspended upon the sea, and the top of the cloud extended to the height of heaven, right? This is why I think this is around the Bermuda Triangle somewhere, y'all. I really do. So, I'm gonna skip down. And he said, and I thought perhaps the blessed ones were in the midst of it. So he thought that the 144,000, who I think is 144,000, was in between this like little wild thing. It says, and then realizing his misconception, I praised God and gave thanks to him who makes mute nature speak. Mute nature speak. So he makes things that don't normally talk. That blows my mind, right? And it says, and then I prayed to the Lord to deal with me as he pleases. And suddenly, y'all, now look, we didn't see this in cartoons, y'all. We didn't see this in cartoons. It says, and suddenly two luxuriant trees and very stately trees, larger than any I had ever seen, appeared on the shore of the sea, right? And then one of the trees bent itself down, right? And I securely grabbed onto the branches, and it stretched out over the height of heaven and lifted me up and carried me in its summit until the clouds, right, was beneath me. So God let these two trees grow up tall, which we've seen in the cartoons, and it carried this dude over the water. This happened in like James and the Giant Peach or something. One of these little kid movies, that's been happening in the cartoons, it happens too. They got these trees that grow up when a person is stranded and somehow or another take them from one island to another. And here it is in this book, okay? So it said it stretched out, and then the clouds was beneath him. And also the other tree bent itself down toward it, and from one he curved and the one from here curved its summit and held me out. So basically the two trees picked him up. So one tree dropped him off, the other tree picked him up, right? It's happened in a couple movies, right? Right. Crazy, right? So we didn't see this, and now here we go. This is where I told y'all this why I don't have to watch the movies. This one I don't have to watch the movies because I could just read the books and read where they get it from. Yep. Okay. So it says, I'm trying to skim through y'all because it's kind of a long story and I want to get to a couple of different parts, right? So, so we know that the other tree picked him up. Boom. He rolled over on the one tree. Boom. It dropped him off, right? So he says, and thus by God's guidance, I passed over the great ocean and the cloud. So he didn't went up past the clouds, y'all, which I keep thinking that this ocean is like the ozone layer, y'all. Because it's the same one that Enoch went past. It's the same one that Adam went past, y'all. Like this ocean, once they get up past the clouds, it's some water up there. Is what they keep telling us over and over and over and over again, right? So look, he said, we're gonna skip down, right? And then he passed over. He said, I rested in that place for 3 days while the praise of God did not cease from my mouth. Then I traveled through the land that was in the midst of the sea, and it was pleasant and beautiful and filled with luxuriant trees, which were bearing pleasant and fragrant fruits. Now, this sounds like the third heaven that Enoch describes. What page is it? Well, if you're reading it on the PDF, it's 502. And if you're not reading it, if you're reading it in a book, it is 451. If you're reading it in a book, it's 451. And if you're reading it on the PDF, it's 502. We reading the history of the Rechabites. Everybody keep asking me who do I think the 144,000 elders are? This is who I think it is. This is why we're reading it. It's okay if you late. All right. So this gets really good, y'all, right here. So we know that this dude fasted and prayed for 40 years. Then God sends an angel to pick him up. He travels with the angel. There's some type of beast that comes and carries him. What this makes me think about, y'all, is the never ending story. The never ending story where that member, because Atreyu or whatever, not Atreyu, but the other boy, he got tired and passed out, and then the dog came and picked him up, and they flew above the clouds to get him to the other world, y'all. This is never ending story right here. Right here. Never ending story. Right here. This is where they get it from. I'm telling you. Right? This is what I'm thinking. Okay. See y'all? I've been telling y'all we got to put the movies with the, we wonder where to get it from. All right. So he done chilled out at the spot. He see his fruit and stuff, all that good food and everything, stuff like that. And then he see a very what does it say? Vast island with flowers and all of that. So I'm trying to skip. All right, y'all. So if you go to chapter 4, right? It says, while observing the beauty of the land, I approached a little ways and saw a certain naked man who was seated. So the dude was naked, y'all, sitting on the beach. And I was afraid because of his appearance. So what did he look like? Why was you scared? You didn't see a naked man before. Right? So it says, he said, peace to you, my brother. Then he replied and said, come in peace. And joy be with you, for I know that you are a man of God. Otherwise, you would have not been allowed to enter here. Yes, toes wiggling. Hold on. He said you wouldn't even be allowed to enter here if you wasn't a real person of God. You done went above the clouds, above a sea that is greater than any earthly sea. And then you meet this naked dude, right? And he like, you wouldn't even be here if you wasn't a real person of God, right? So then this is 5, right? He said, and again, he asked me, have you come from the world of vanity? Y'all, everything in our world is about how you look, right? He asked him a question. He said, have you come from the world of vanity? And vanity literally runs our life right now. Everything in our world is about how it looks right now. Right now, that's what it's about. This old dude asked him, have you come from the world of vanity? Then I said to him, in truth, I come from the world of vanity in order to see all of you. However, tell me why you are naked. So the dude asked the dude that was naked, why are you naked? And look what he said, y'all. He said, it's you who are naked. So the naked dude that's in heaven or wherever he is, he said, you the one naked, not me. He said, I'm not naked, but you're naked, right? Because the dude that was in the trees that got put up with the angel and all of that, once he got off the plane and dropped down, he see this naked dude sitting on the beach. He's like, bro, where's your clothes? He was like, where's your clothes? Because you looking at me and you think I'm naked, but you're really the one that's naked, right? That's powerful. So he said, it's you who are naked, and you do not discern that your garment is corrupted. Y'all, this is a garment for us. Y'all, our flesh is like clothes. It's like a bodysuit. He said, you don't even know you're the one that's really naked because the skin you in ain't even no good. Ugh, it's dirty. It's corrupted, right? He said, but my own garment is not corrupted. So he said, this body that you see, it's a heavenly body. But the body you in is literally dying daily, right? So he said, if you wish to see me, however, come and gaze toward the height of heaven. And while gazing, I saw his face to be like the face of an angel. And my eyes were dim from fear, and I fell upon the land. Y'all, it is something up with these angels. Because every time somebody run into an angel, they passing out. Adam was passing out. Everybody keep passing out, y'all. I don't think angels is as pretty as everybody keep saying they are. Because why do everybody get scared and pass out? Tell me that if they're so beautiful. Well, why? Why are they getting scared and passing out? That's a little spooky. Okay? It's a little spooky. So, 6 says, and then he approached me and grasped me by my hands and raised me up on my feet and said, do not fear, for I am one of the blessed ones whom you have earnestly desired to visit. 144,000 maybe? Right? 144,000, right? So he prayed. God's taking him to a place where you can't get to normally if you're a mortal person. Like Asgard and Thor place. Like that. You know? Mm-hmm. So he said, right. He said, after, okay. He said, after traveling with me, holding my hands, he asked me concerning the world and all that is in it. And then he brought me to the assembly of the blessed ones, y'all. Y'all keep talking about the elite and 144,000. They are taken and put somewhere else, is what we are told. And here it is, right? That these blessed ones and the Rechabites are not where a regular human person can get to them, but they are somewhere in, like, they're not in heaven, but they're not on earth. Right? Or somewhere in the midst of some place to where we can't get to. Right? You're right. Our view of beauty is not God's. You're right. Because some of the animals that he be describing in there is real. Right. So, let's go back. So he said, and after watching them, I fell to the land and worshiped them. It was an assembly of the elect ones. Is y'all reading this? The elect ones. And it said that the 144,000 are the elect, y'all. Is y'all seeing this? Y'all asking me where the elect is. The Rechabites is who I think is the people. Okay. So he said to them, wait a minute. Compromising both splendid youths and honorable holy ones. And when the blessed ones saw me, they greatly marveled and asked each other simultaneously, my brothers, has the end of the world arrived, and consequently a man was able to come here? Is y'all listening? Wherever they took this man to, they asked, has the end of the world already came so that a human person could already get to where we at? And it keeps saying, the blessed ones, the elect. The blessed ones, the elect. They were taken off the earth, y'all. Y'all about to hear about it. Who's lost? Why is y'all lost? We talking about the 144,000. Everybody keeps asking me who I think they are. And we are in the second book of your Old Testament Pseudepigrapha in the history of the Rechabites. If you have a PDF, it's on page 503 of the second book. And if you have your book, it is on page 451. Okay? I want to get through this, y'all, because I got a Zoom tonight. So I'm trying to get through. So everybody keep asking me who the 144 is. The history is in your second book of your Old Testament Pseudepigrapha, y'all. Go through the comments if you can, and all of the information is listed in there. Okay, so back to this. Okay, so we know that he came from the world of vanity, which is here, and I done lost my place. Okay, y'all, I'm going to turn these comments off so I can just talk, because that's going to throw me off every time. Sorry. Okay. So, okay. So it says, and he was in the assembly of the elect ones, right? So we thinking this is the 144 because they're hidden from our view, but they not in heaven, and God took them away. And so we about to read about it. Okay. So it says, and after watching them, he fell and worshipped one. He said, it was the assembly of the elect ones, both splendid youths and honorable holy ones. And when the blessed ones saw me, they marveled and asked each other simultaneously, my brothers, has the end of the world arrived? Consequently, a man was able to come here. And all of them rose up and prayed and petitioned the Lord to inform them of the reason for my incursion among them. So they trying to figure out why an earthly man was able to get to where they was at. Because remember, he had to be on the trees and go up in the clouds and all of this stuff. He was traveling for a long time. So it says, and God heard their prayer, and I watched, and behold, two angels ascended from heaven, stood before the assembly of the blessed ones, the elect ones, and said to them, the end has not arrived yet. Do not be afraid by the coming of this man who is among you. He will remain among you for 7 days. Write out for him and inform him about all of God's providence respecting you, that his visits with you, however, and that he visits with you. However, that man shall soon go out from you and return to his place of rejoicing. And after the angel said these things to them, they ascended into heaven. So we know that they are not in heaven, but they're not on earth either. And wherever they are, this dude had to take an angel flight and some kind of mystic animal, and he was above the clouds on these trees that's picking him up and dropping him off. And now he's in the midst of the elect ones. They keep saying the elect ones, who's the 144,000? We about to find out. Here we go. So he said, then the blessed ones rejoiced and received me in peace, and the holy ones, the blessed ones, delivered me to an attendant. And the holy one said to him, keep him, this our brother, with you for 7 days. And the holy attendant received me and brought me into his tent, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we're going to skip down, and it says, and in his presence I took delight in his prayers. For that place is like the paradise of God. Didn't I tell y'all this place remind me of the place that Adam said was the garden, and then Enoch said was the garden? They keep describing it. So it's not there, but God has made another place similar to it. And that's where he put the elect ones at, or the 144,000, right? Which we know they're not in heaven because it says the angels descended to where they are, but we know that they're not on earth because he had to go on a cosmic journey above the clouds to get there. And it took 40 days, right? Okay. So, it says, and in his presence I took delight. Okay. So it says, it is like the paradise of God, and these blessed ones are like Adam and Eve before they sinned. They higher selves, y'all. God restored their bodies back to how Adam and Eve was. Crazy, right? So look, it says they fast from the 9th hour until the 9th hour. Remember I told y'all that 9 is divine intervention? I told y'all the number 9 means something. Here we go right here, right? And then it says, and then they eat what they need from the fruits of the trees, for water which is sweet and delightful as honey flows from the roots of the trees. And each one drinks only what he needs, and immediately they stop eating from the 9th hour on, and they live alone. So they only eat at a certain time and a little bit. It says, and when the families of these blessed ones heard what was happening on my account, they were told their brothers, behold, a certain man has come from the world of vanity. Then they began to be disturbed, and all of the fair families of the blessed ones persistently in order to see the phenomenon, since amazement possessed them because of me. So they was tripping to see a human man, y'all. Right? They was tripping. We're going to skip all of this because I want to get to this part. Okay, so if y'all reading along with me, go down to chapter 8. Or just scroll down to 8, which is page 454 in the book or 505 on the PDF, right? Are y'all getting this? I don't know if y'all know, but I have the comments off so that I can keep reading. I'm sorry, y'all, for the most part, because it'll keep stopping me and I won't be able to read. So I just want y'all to see this though, right? So basically, it said on 8, right? It says that, and they took the tablets, because this is very powerful, y'all. Everybody keep asking, and this is who I think it is. And they took the tablets of stone and wrote on them as follows: Hear, all of you who are in the world of vanity, and perceive all of the providence which has occurred after this matter. We are called the sons of Rechab. Y'all, if y'all go look up the sons of Rechab, they in the KJV. They're in there, right? And it says, we are from you, and behold, we departed from your world to this place in which we are today. For in that time when Jeremiah the prophet announced and prophesied the ravaging and devastation of Jerusalem because of the sins of the sons of Israel, then behold, shortly thereafter the destroyer came to ravage and slay them. Then Jeremiah the prophet rent his garments. It's raining. Okay? They don't want y'all to hear this part. Crazy. Now YouTube. You see? Whatever. Long story short, it says, then our father, Jonadab, the son of Rechab, heard how the prophet charged, do not eat bread, do not drink wine until the Lord hears your petition. And our father said to us, we must not eat bread, and we must not drink wine, and we must not put on a garment, and we must obey his word. And we said to him, we will do all that you charged us, and we removed our garments from our bodies, and did not eat bread, and did not drink wine. And lamented with great lamentation. So they was constantly like praying and, asking God, a petition with God or whatever. And when we offered prayers, he accepted our petitions and turned back his fierce anger. So they like petition God for the people, right? But that's not what gets me. What gets me is here. If you go down to 10, it says, in the 5th verse in chapter 10, it said, and on the first night, a brilliant light shone upon us, and the angels of God in glorious form appeared to us. And they led all of us out from prison and placed us in the air that is above land, and brought us to this place in which you now see us, and allowed us to dwell in it. And our virtuous wives, who with us have surrendered themselves to God, now abide separately among us in this land, while remaining as we do in fasting and prayer and praise to God. And after the angels had brought us and placed us in this place in the midst of the water of the great sea, God commanded, and the waters rose up from the deep abyss and encircled this place. And by the command of God, a cloud became a bulwark above the water and rose as far as heaven, y'all. So God hid these people somewhere. He came, he took them, and they're here, but they're not here. Y'all keep asking me who the 144 is. This is who I think it is. This is who I think it is. Is the PDF link in my bio? No. But you could just Google James Charlesworth PDF and it will come up. I'm reading in the history of the Rechabites. It's in your second book of your Old Testament Supergrapha. I believe so, Miss Felicia. I believe so, y'all. This is why I want y'all to go read it. This is why I'm on here. This is why I'm not going to tell y'all the whole story. But yes. I want y'all to hear this, y'all. Okay? So it says, this is 11. And it says, according to his will, God assembled us in this land and did not scatter us upon the whole land, but God placed us on this holy land, and we are without sins and evil and abominable thoughts. We are mortals. However, we are purified and spotless, and our souls and bodies are cleansed from all defilement. And we depend upon the hope of our Lord, and our sight is fixed continuously and unceasingly on the light of the future life. And from prayer to God, we are not silent night and by day. And for this, offering of praise is our occupation. So that all they do is pray. Right? It says, and God commanded us this land brought from, and God commanded, and this land brought forth for us pleasant and splendid trees are filled with lovely, marvelous, and abundant fruits. And again, the roots of these trees flow sweet, and from these roots of these trees flow sweet and delightful water. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Did y'all see this in 11? It says, there is not among us vineyards, grain, husbandry, wood, iron, houses, buildings, gold or silver. Neither stormy weather nor rain is with us, neither snow or ice. And the sun does not shine upon us, because the cloud which encircles us like a bulwark restrains it. And the land in which we are is filled with glorious light. So darkness and night do not enter, and we possess a shining appearance and dwell in light. And there among us men who take wives only once, and the man has intercourse with his wife, and then they are set apart from each other, and they remain in purity for the remainder of their lives. And the memory of that delight does not arise in the mind in any of us. So after they have sex for the first time, they don't even remember it no more. But they remain all their days as those who grew up in virginity. But the wife conceives and bears 2 children, and one of them is for marriage, and the other one grows up in virginity. And after this manner we have been commanded by God, and truly this is the manner of our customs. But there is no one among us who measures the years. For the sake of those who daily live in purity and holiness, the years of their life shall increase, but the years of the sinner shall decrease. So when you're constantly giving your life to God, your life is lengthened. But when you're constantly trying to do sin, your life is shortened. That's crazy. So I'm not going to give y'all this whole story, but I want y'all to go read it. And I want y'all to see if y'all think that these people are the 144,000. Like, I got some more highlighted stuff, but I want y'all to go read it. And I want y'all to go look at it. Because it's more. So look up the history. Look up the Rechabites in your KJV. The sons of Rechab. And then go read this story. Everybody keep asking me. That's who I think the 144,000 are. Because they're here, but they're not here. And they're not in heaven, but they're in a place that's like paradise. Yeah. It's a very good story. And I'm going to tell you what's really crazy. The Willy Wonka story, y'all. Y'all welcome. The Willy Wonka thing where the fruit grows out at one time and then once they eat it, it goes back in. It's in here. Like this place, when you read it, it looks like the Willy Wonka land that he made up. Because the food only comes out when it's time for them to eat. And then when it's not time for them to eat, it goes back. Water, the same thing. So even if they wanted to break their fast, y'all, they can't because everything goes away. It's very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So we do have a Zoom tonight, y'all. And like manna. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all gotta go read this story, y'all. If you got your Old Testament supergrapha or if you got your PDF, you need to read it. It's gonna blow y'all mind. And it ain't even that much reading. So I want y'all to go check that out and tell me if y'all think that those are the 144,000, y'all. I haven't posted the Zoom info, y'all, but if you're new, I'm gonna tell y'all now. It's gonna be posted in the same places every day. It's always gonna be posted under my newest video on TikTok and YouTube. But if you can't find it, we live stream the Zoom on YouTube. Is this story for tonight? No, but I am gonna bring it up tonight. But we don't never get to finish our stories on the Zoom because y'all be asking a whole bunch of other questions. So we can't really have a classroom day. For real. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so y'all check this out and read it and tell me if y'all think that this is the one. Hey, and once y'all read it, send it to the people that y'all know that be talking about the 144,000 and ask them if they think that's the 144. Well, you gonna be able to tell me if this the 144, Miss Brianna. But I want y'all to go read it, y'all. Read it for yourself. And the sons of Rechab, Rechab, I think, they're mentioned in your KJV. They're mentioned in there. The sons of Jonadab, they're mentioned too. But there's no book about them. But here go they book right here. No, the Rechabites is in your Old Testament supergrapha. It's in the lost books of the Bible. But they're mentioned in, if you type in sons of Rechab Bible, it's going to come up. I don't know what we're going to finish because y'all never let me finish, Miss Tendra. We never ever stay on task. So I'm not going to say yes or no, honey. I don't know. We never get finished on what we supposed to do. Never. It always be something else. You know you be there. You be there. We started out talking about one thing, but by the end of it, it be wherever God take the conversation. I would like to finish a lot of these stories, but really, y'all, I'm just here to drop off seeds. That's why I don't never tell y'all the whole story because I'm always here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what we gonna do. I have no idea. Y'all welcome. But I just try to drop seeds so y'all can go because everybody needs something different and we have so many people. I don't want to just stay on the same thing because there's so many people that need different stories. You know, somebody might need a story about this, somebody might have a question about giants. That's right. We all over the place. So we got many different classes that we start and you got, yes, we outside university, honey. Now, I need, yes, ma'am, Miss Lanisha. I'm grateful. Y'all helped me change my life too, because I be thinking God did have me read all these books for nothing, but now I know it's for something. So if you guys can, thank you. I'm about to go live on TikTok in a minute, y'all, too. So, yes, we outside university, honey. We is learning about this. So I want y'all to go study. I'm about to get off here for real. Excuse me, but I want y'all to go read that. Go read the history of the Rechabites and tell me if y'all think it's the 144,000, y'all. Then we'll talk about it. At some point in time, might not be tonight, but we're going to talk about it. Laquan, you don't tell me what to do, honey. I'm 42 years old. I'll answer questions if I want to answer questions. And I will talk to who I want to. This is my page. Don't nobody tell me what to do here. Jesus pays my bills. So, thank you, Mario. So, I'm about to get off. And so if you guys want to If you want to look up the history of the Rechabites, and I think I got a splinter, y'all. I put my little thing together today. Read the history of the Rechabites and tell me if y'all think they 144,000, y'all. Then we'll talk about it in a Zoom or on the TikTok or whatever. Check it out. I'm about to get on TikTok. I gotta go to the bathroom. Then I'm gonna do TikTok for 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna rest for this Zoom because y'all be having me on there for 19 hours. We be talking for hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah. Y'all don't know Circle for real. I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to let y'all get to know me. Don't nobody tell me what to do. I've been on my own since I was 11 years old. What page is in the OTP? If you got your book, it should start at 451. And if you on the PDF, it's gonna be 501. So 451 in the book and 501 on the PDF. So I'll see y'all in a minute. I love y'all too. But read that, y'all, and tell me if y'all think it's the history of the Rechabites, y'all. Where are they at in the Bible? They're not in. You gotta read. Google history of the Rechabites or sons of Jonadab, and it'll come up. I mean, that story ain't in the Bible. No, they took that out. That story ain't in the Bible. But the people that we're going to be reading about are mentioned in your KJV because then they say, oh, well, where are they referenced at? They're in there. So you can go read your KJV and Google the Charmaine, you can go get the Old Testament Supergrapha. You can download all of these books. This is the thing. All of those books, we might be all over because we don't just do one book at a time. So you can download those books online if you don't want to purchase them. That way you can have all of them. That way you'll be able to go. Okay, y'all. Miss Stargin, I know it's very important that I speak to a lot of people. It's a lot of people right now, but I haven't given my phone number out. I haven't gotten a second phone, so you have to hold on a second. I understand. You can email me if you want to. My email is Trovacirca at Trovacirca22. But I'm not actually calling people because I gotta get another phone. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm getting off here. I'm gonna be on TikTok in a few minutes. I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all.